A triad county is reporting overcrowding and understaffing in its jail. The Randolph County Sheriff's Office says sometimes they only have one detention officer responsible for 20 inmates. Good evening, I'm Sydney Moore. The Sheriff's Office says it's trying to find more workers to help with strained resources. WFMY News 2's Denise McMiller learned how they are managing for now.
The spiral barbed wire surrounding the Randolph County Detention Center is similar to the twists and turns happening inside the jail as they face staffing shortages.
Something as being short as one person can leave a pod uncovered, leading to missed security rounds.
Jail Captain Cody Rich says they're short 12 officers. He says being down just one officer in booking and intake poses safety risk. Detention Officer Haley Goins has experienced it firsthand.
It can be very overwhelming, especially in a booking setting when people are coming off the streets and they're high or they're fighting, and then you have you're trying to answer phones and you're trying to get people booked in and you're trying to answer the public.
Rich says officers are working double shifts and off-duty officers are called in to fill the gap.
The officer in a jail, similar to the officer on the street, is forced to make split-second decisions every day, and now they're having to do the tasks of another person, which gives them another 10 tasks. Yeah, you could lead to burnout really quick.
The jail is also overcrowded. 31 inmates are sleeping on the floor. Rich says this creates tension and violence can become a concern.
To keep the officer to inmate ratio in an acceptable range, we'll run half of the lockdown pod out at any given time, so that maybe one officer dealing with 15 or 20 inmates instead of one officer dealing with 60 inmates that could be in that housing unit.
Other counties in the triad, like Davidson and Rockingham, are less than 10 inmates away from their jails overcrowding. For Randolph, renovations have left little space for inmates. Rich says they're waiting on approval from the state to occupy one of its newly remodeled pods. It would open up 48 cells. In the meantime, Goins says she'll do her best to reduce the stress and strain on everyone.
Sometimes you have to be hard on them, but the one thing that I try to remember is give them respect. You really don't have any problems.
And when it comes to retaining officers, Captain Rich says that's also been tough. They've had to let folks go for bringing things in and talking to folks they shouldn't.